जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे chant loudly हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य बीपीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नमाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की श्री श्री गौनिताय की ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories all glories all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा two different parties and in between no one. ठीक है. Some can come here if possible. Maybe you can come so that in front only all are sitting. So thank you all very much for this opportunity. We are continuing to discuss on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Ante Leela chapter 7th. Lord Chaitanya meets Vallabh Bhatta. So welcome you all. Today the chapter may end. Let's see. So last time we saw 142, 143rd verses, Jagdanand Pandit's quarrelsome nature, like Satyabhama. Who is Jagdanand Pandit in Krishna Leela? Satyabhama, little tough wife of Lord Krishna, Satyabhama. So in Brahma Vaivarta Puran there is a past life of Satyabhama also. She only asked Krishna, who I was in my previous life. So Krishna tells how you were daughter of one Brahmin, you were very beautiful, you were given to Chandra, one man who was Brahmin, and then both of them performed something, and then because you had a lot of pious credits, so you became my wife. So when such kind of descriptions come, we have to understand that there are 2 or 3 components. The eternal associate, Lord's eternal consort, Satyabhama, comes from Golok Vrindavan, Vaikuntha world. And here some other living entity also is some kind of blessing, some kind of curse by which she is supposed to be in that position. So she will also get lodged in. Lodging, in the lodge we go. One lodge, but how many people stay? Many people stay. Several rooms are there and many people stay. That is lodge. So in one body only few souls are there. That is called a lodging concept. Just like Haridas Thakur is combination of Brahma after his austerities, because he was lamenting that I tested Lord Krishna for his supremacy, Brahma Vimon Lila. Then in that body Prahlad Maharaj is also there, and in that body Ruchik Muni's son is also there. So three personalities lodged in one body, whom we call as Haridas Thakur. So that is Namacharya Haridas Thakur. So likewise Satyabhama also. So Jagdanand Pandit's pure ecstatic love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very deep. It can be compared to the love of Satyabhama, who always quarrelled with Lord Krishna. Jagdanand Pandit was accustomed to provoking loving quarrels with the Lord. There was always some disagreement between them. This kind of quarrel between devotees is called as Prema Kalaha. Kalaha means quarrel. Prem means loving quarrel. Nityam Prabhu Advaita Acharya, fighting. That water sports. And Nityam Prabhu is young, powerful. Advaita Acharya is old, whatever, around 90, 100 years old. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, when they came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is 24 years old. 24 plus 52 around. So that makes it 76. 76 years old Advaita Acharya. And Nityam Prabhu that time is 24 plus 12. 36. He is 36 years old. So he is splashing water and Advaita Acharya is helpless. So this is called as Prema Kalaha. Similarly, Ramananda Raya and Swarup Damodar Goswami pairing up devotees. So that is described over here. So now we will go ahead. We discussed up to that point. Now 144 to 147. These four verses talk about Gadadhar Pandit's submissiveness like Rukmini. Jagdanand Pandit's quarrelsome nature like Satyabhama. Now Gadadhar Pandit's submissiveness like Rukmini. Please repeat. Gadadhara Panditera Shuddha Gadha Bhava Rukmini Devira Aiche Dakshina Swabhava. Gadadhar Pandit's pure ecstatic love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also very deep. It was like that of Rukmini Devi, who was always especially submissive to Krishna. Dakshina Swabhava is, Dakshin means, also means left side. Dakshine Nitai Chan Bame Gadadhara. So Dakshina means actually from the front side of you, but Lord's Dakshin or from our side. So Chaitanya Nityam Prabhu is to Lord's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's left side. Dakshina Nitai Chan Bame, to his right side, Gadadhar Pandit. So that is one meaning, Dakshin and Vam. But another meaning is also there, Dakshina Swabhav. That means submissiveness. So Dakshina Swabhav means submissive nature. Gadadhar Pandit's pure ecstatic love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also very deep, as Rukmini Devi's or Satyabhama's love was also deep. But that was quarrelsome externally, and here it is submission. It was like that of Rukmini Devi, who was always especially submissive to Krishna. Rukmini was very mild, very simple. That's why they say Radharani's expansion was Satyabhama, and Chandravali's expansion is Rukmini. So Chandravali is very mild. Radharani is little like that. So this is how Acharyas have told. Okay, next, 145th. Tara pranaya rosha dekhite prabhur ichha hoy aishwarya gyane tara rosha nahi upajay. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sometimes desired to see Gadadhar Pandit's affectionate anger, but because of his knowledge of the Lord's opulences, his anger was never invoked. Is Gadadhar Pandit complete Srimati Radharani? No. So how much percentage? Radharani Bhav is taken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Means Krishna has taken the mood of Srimati Radharani and he became Gaur Sundar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Radharani minus Bhav is equal to Gadadhar Pandit. This is the mathematical equation. Whatever. So that's why he is very mild. So Acharyas also say Gadadhar Pandit is Srimati Radharani plus Lalita Sakhi. Lalita Sakhi also, part of Lalita Sakhi is also there. And then Swarup Damodar Goswami is Lalita Sakhi. He is fully Lalita Sakhi. And part of Lalita Sakhi is in Gadadhar Pandit also. So you can see. Achintya khalu ye bhava tam starkena yojayet. It's very inconceivable. How some part is gone in this person and still full is there, because Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Many complete units come from the complete whole. But after many complete units come, how much remains? The complete whole. Like this much atta is there, 1 kg. I take some 50 gram atta, 50 gram, 50 gram, 50 gram. After some time, that whatever the atta is there, that will be less. But that is not the case with the absolute truth. So it still remains. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sometimes desired to see Gadadhar Pandit's affectionate anger. But because of his knowledge of the Lord's opulences, his anger was never invoked. Just like Rukmini Devi was tested by Krishna, isn't it? One day, Krishna was reclining on the bedstead of Srimati Rukmini Devi, very nicely. Wife's bed, so Krishna's bed also. And then Rukmini Devi took white chamar and she started fanning the Lord. Because husband-wife relationship, then husband wants to sometimes provoke wife to see her angry face. Because 5 prominent rasas and 7 secondary rasas are there. Mukhya ras and Gauna ras. So Mukhya ras is okay, husband-wife, conjugal love, Madhurya ras. But there has to be addition of secondary rasas in between. Bhay, Krodh, that Bibhatsa, all those things. Harsha, Virya, all that. Sometimes husband and wife fight also, physical, like that. And in that physical fight, the wife may bite the husband's body, lover, fiancé, may do that. So this is very much appreciated by the man, that she gave. This is called a love bite. You may not be knowing this conjugal language because all are brahmacharis. Better just hear and understand. But this is there. So in Bhishma Deva's pastime, when Bhishma was releasing arrows on Lord Parthasarathi, Bhishma Deva had better darshan of Lord Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra than even Arjun. Why? Because Arjun is backside, he is shooting arrows, and what is he saying? Backside of Krishna. Only the head, neck and back, and that lower portion is situated on the chariot and legs are in front. He can't see Krishna from front, but who can see from front? Bhishma Deva. So in Virya Ras, chivalry, he was shooting arrows, and the arrows were piercing Krishna's body, blood was coming out. Krishna's body is Satchidananda. There is no blood, there are no veins, there are no bones, there is no flesh like we have. But for the sake of bewildering atheistic class of people, Krishna's body also showed blood coming out of it. Ashnaviram Shuddham Apapavidham. Ashnaviram. All this you can see, all of you can see. Your veins will be visible. The younger you are, that much may not be visible. But older you become, the veins prominently are visible, greenish kind of. Inside the blood is flowing. Isn't it? Here you can see prominently your veins inside. So then Lord doesn't have veins in his body. Shuddham. He is very pure. Apapa vidham. Sin cannot touch him. That's why Kala Yavan, who was sin personified, when Krishna and Balram started walking out of the palace in Mathura, they were walking and Kala Yavan followed. Hey, stop! What nonsense! You are a coward. Wait, let's fight. And Krishna did not pay any attention. He was just going as if deaf only. walking, walking. And that gave confidence to Kalevan. He is coward, he is fearful of me. I'll catch him and kill him, like that. And then he ran. Krishna was walking, Kalevan is running. So what happens if somebody is walking and you are running behind him? Very soon the distance keeps reducing and you reach the person. You can touch the person. So Kalevan came very close, kind of little more than hands reach. But he is not able to reach Krishna. He is running still. And Krishna is walking. Because apapa viddam, sin cannot touch Krishna. Till the end he could not touch Krishna. And Krishna entered in a cave. Then he said, rascal thinks that by entering in cave he can escape. Now though, because cave will have only one mouth. Krishna entered through the mouth, there is no other opening. And he is now entering. Now Krishna is blocked, checkmated. Isn't it? So he entered. And then he found somebody lying on the ground with hand or some cloth covering his head, face. Just by covering your face you will be able to escape me. Just like ostrich. When the hunter is behind and about to catch the ostrich, that animal, what ostrich does? Ostrich is animal or bird? That day bird was shown by some. Is it a bird? It was looking like, okay, chalo, bird then. Long legs and long neck. That was a picture shown. Okay, chalo, bird. So when hunter comes very close, what does ostrich do? Inserts his head in some kind of hole or something. Now I am safe. No hunter. Is it the case? No. Hunter is now, you stopped walking, you inserted your head in the ground somewhere, hole. Now he comes and he catches the ostrich. So that's how he thought. And he gave a kick to Krishna, thinking that person is Krishna, but he was not Krishna. That person, when he got kicked, he got up. He opened his eyes and looked at Kalevan. Who was he? Was he Krishna? No, he was Muchukund. And Muchukund had fought against demons by the side of demigods. And years later, it seems Kartikeya became the commander-in-chief of demigods' army. So then they relieved Muchukund, saying that, sir, thank you, Maharaj. Now you go back to earth. But on earth, all several millenniums have passed. All your relatives, sons, daughters, next generation, third generation, fourth, fifth, 100th, several generations have passed by. Because you were here fighting for a long time in Swargalok, and the time scale is different. So now nobody there. So then what do you want? He said, I want to take rest because I am tired of fighting for so long. Then he knew Indra is very selfish. If he finds again the strength of Kartikeya and other demigods is lacking, is missing, is less, then he will again come. Muchukund Maharaj, please, please join us. We need your help. So that's why in the presence of Indra, Muchukund Maharaj said all the demigods, please bless me that when I am fast asleep in the cave on earth, if anybody wakes me up, when I open eyes and look at him, he will burn to ashes. And Indra was scared. Now I can never approach this fellow. And demigod said, yes, tathastu. Then he came and slept. And then after Kalevan got burned to ashes because of Muchukunda's opening eyes, then Muchukunda, he got on fire. So there was light, illumination, it was dark cave. So there was illumination, and as whole body was burnt and fell down as ashes, then there is no more fire there. So again it should be dark cave. But then Muchukund found there is some illumination there, backside. And then he looked, who is that? And he found a very beautiful four-handed personality with conch, disc, club and lotus. That was none other than Krishna in four-handed form. So Muchukunda went and approached, bowed down and introduced himself, and then found out Krishna's details also. All that story goes on. But sin cannot touch Krishna. Krishna is very pure. So Krishna wanted to see Rukmini Devi angry. That's why he tested her by saying, oh Rukmini, what a big mistake you did. That Shishupal was dying, ready to die for you, and instead of choosing him, you chose me. I am just a coward boy. Nobody knows who my parents are. I am not wealthy. I am so fearful, running away from Kalevan or somebody. I hid myself in the midst of the ocean, Dwarka, like that, and all that. But Rukmini knew well Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and she got some kind of understanding that maybe Krishna is not happy with me. He will leave me and go to some another woman or other 16,107 queens are anyway there. So then with that thought of separation, she could not tolerate, and she became lean and thin. Her bangles fell down, in a sense they became loose hands, so then they came further down, and the chamar in her hand fell down. She collapsed. Before she could even touch, Krishna immediately got up from the bedstead of Rukmini Devi and caught her with four-handed form again. Two hands caught her like this, and with two hands he wiped her tears because she was crying. She felt separation, pangs of separation. So Krishna consoled her. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sometimes desired to see Gadadhar Pandit's affectionate anger, just like Krishna wanted to see affectionate anger of Rukmini. Similar pastimes are there. Krishna Lila, Gaur Lila, lot of similarities are there. Only which part is missing? Killing. Killing part is not there. Jarasandh is? Who is Jarasandh? Kamsa is Kazi. Not Kazi, what is it? That Kazi only. Chand Kazi. And Jarasandh is Nawab Hussain Shah of Bengal. But Krishna got Jarasandh killed through Bhima. But did he kill, did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kill Nawab Hussain Shah? No. Krishna killed Kamsa. But did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kill Chand Kazi? No. Just a conversation saying that what is this? Why are you killing cows, etc. And done very nicely. So that part is not there. Violence, killing, all that. Just giving holy name and purifying. No killing. Like that. So that is greatness of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhupada in purport says, in the pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jagdanand Pandit was always in disagreement with the Lord, like Satyabhama. Whereas Gadadhar Pandit was always awed by the Lord's opulence and was therefore submissive to the Lord under all circumstances. That's why after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left Navadvip and shifted to Jagannath Puri, then Gadadhar Pandit also came there. Jagdananda was accompanying the Lord, 4 associates given by Advaita Acharya after Mahaprabhu sannyas and coming to Shantipur, staying for 7-8 days. When he was to go to Jagannath Puri to permanently settle there as per the request of Sachi Mata, so Advaita Acharya felt it is not safe to travel alone. So better give some assistance. So he gave Nityananda Prabhu, Jagdanand Pandit, Damodar Pandit and Mukunda. So Jagdanand Pandit was with Mahaprabhu, sent by Advaita Acharya. And afterwards he was sent to also Vrindavan by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Gadadhar Pandit remained there only. Jagdanand Pandit was sent by Advaita Acharya, but Gadadhar Pandit remained in Navadvip. So he also shifted and permanently stayed in Jagannath Puri only for all those years. He would stay in Tota Gopinath temple area. 146. Yai laksha paya prabhu kaila roshabhas shuni pandite rachitte upajila tras. For this purpose, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sometimes showed his apparent anger. Hearing of this anger inspired great fear in the heart of Gadadhar Pandit. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to see that affectionate anger, so sometimes he would speak some things by which Gadadhar Pandit would be fearful. Purve yena Krishna yadi parihasa kaila shuni rukmini ramane trasa upajila. Previously in Krishna Lila, when Lord Krishna joked with Rukmini Devi, she took his words seriously and fear awoke within her mind. Now Krishna, when he is joking with Rukmini Devi, "Oh Rukmini, you did a mistake by marrying me. Now also it is not late. You are still looking young only. You can go and you will get so many kings will be ready to marry you." Krishna spoke all these words. So purposefully. What was expected of Rukmini Devi? No, what are you saying? Krishna, please, like that. She should be angry. No, what? How can you tell me to go? Something like that. But instead, Rukmini Devi really took it seriously, thinking that Krishna will leave me. So she collapsed only. So in one sense, what was desired was not obtained, but it was obtained. Because Krishna wanted to see love of Rukmini Devi for him. So it was done. Next, Vallabha Bhatterahaya Vatsalya Upasana Bala Gopala Mantrite Ho Karena Sevana. Vallabh Bhatta was accustomed to worshipping the Lord as child Krishna. Which Krishna? Gopal Krishna, Bal Gopal. So he is the one in Pushti Marga Sampradaya. They started this Bal Gopal worship and now it is there kind of all over India. How many of you seen people's houses altar Bal Gopal? Yeah, so many places. Even ISKCON devotees' houses. Altar, Gaur Nitai, Radha Krishna, and somewhere you will find Bal Gopal also, this Laddu Gopal also. This is not our Sampradaya. This is that Vallabh Sampradaya, Pushti Marg. This is not our Sampradaya. We don't have to have Bal Gopal. We don't worship Lord as small child. We worship him as Kaishora Murti, 16-year young boy, Radha and Krishna. We can see here how Radha Vrindavan Chandra are, how Radha Kunjavari, Radha Madhav, Radha Shyam Sundar. All young, 16-year-old Krishna. And Radharani also some 15 years or some age, little less. Kaishora Murti, Kishore Kishori. Now, we don't worship as a small. If you go to Raval, how many of you have gone to Raval? Vrindavan, across Yamuna, that side. So you will find there Radharani is crawling. You see? So they have that one deity also now recently installed. It's in marble deity. I think in her hand some foodstuff is also there, one hand. So that is okay to some extent because that is Raval. Because Vrishabhanu Maharaj, when he had gone to take bath in Yamuna early in the morning, as per his desire, as per his austerities performed by him, as Suchandra and Kalavati in previous life, so they had to get the supreme goddess of fortune as their daughter. So in reciprocation to that desire and austerities, Brahmaji appeared from the lotus. He appeared there and he showed this lotus, brilliant, 1,000-petaled, golden lotus, shining like anything, especially from the middle part. And then he was wondering what is that. And in the middle was Srimati Radharani, small baby. Brahmadev took her and handed over to Vrishabhanu Maharaj, that please accept her as your daughter. He was very happy. He came home. He gave it to his wife, Kirtita Mataji. They raised her very wonderfully. So that is Raval, where they were staying earlier. As Krishna, Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, they are all staying in Mahavan, this side of Yamuna. So just little away on this side only, eastern side of Yamuna. Vrishabhanu Maharaj, Kirtita Mataji with their Sridama son and Srimati Radharani, small baby. So they were all staying here. But after around 3.5 years of Krishna's being in Mahavan and so many demons coming, when 6 days old, Putana came. When he was 3 months old, Shaktasur came. When he was 1 year old, then Drunavat came. Then eventually Vatsasur came. And then eventually these 2 Yamalarjun trees collapsed because of the Damodar Leela. So many troubles, so let's go to other side, the western part of Yamuna. There is Vrindavan forest, lush green grass. It will be very favorable for our cows. Let's settle there. So as Krishna, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Mai and all Brajavasis, they shifted from east bank to west bank of Yamuna. Then Vrishabhanu Maharaj also felt, let me also shift to that side. So then he also shifted to Barsana. Originally he was not there, he was here, as this party, Krishna's party also was on that side. So a lot of details are given in the scriptures. When they came there, western part, that night, evening, all Brajavasis approached Krishna. Krishna, now what to do? Here there is nothing. It was bare land, green grass, but there is no houses there. Now where to stay? Krishna said, actually demigods, they have their divine palaces here only. But they are not visible because we lack piety. So let us worship Durga Devi. When we please Durga, demigods will be pleased, they will reveal their palaces and we can occupy those palaces. So they worshipped Durga Devi that night. And Krishna said, for now, for tonight, just adjust, shift below trees and this and that. So they agreed and they slept. See the sacrifice. They have nice houses on the eastern bank. They gave it up all and they came this side. There is nothing to stay. They are sleeping below trees, etc. All Prabhuji's, Mataji's children, cows, all. So they slept. And in the night, Vishwakarma came, the architect of all the demigods, with all his associates, workers. Not only they brought the tools for making houses, but they also brought jewels, diamonds, rubies, emerald, all that. And they wonderfully made many palaces, many houses. Then they disappeared by morning. And morning when everybody got a Haribol, such nice houses. So Nanda Baba said, okay, chalo, now allotting. Just like allotting rooms, allotting houses. So, okay. And it seems the demigods, Vishwakarma also had written the names of, whose house is this, like that. So Nanda Baba said, okay, my dear brother, Upanand, this is your palace. Okay, Nandan, this is your palace. Like that, awarding. So they were very happy. Nanda Maharaj had this Nanda Bhavan in Nandagaon, like that. That whole area is Vrindavan only. All the way to Nandagaon, everything is Vrindavan, according to earlier descriptions. Now Vrindavan is bit limited to from Delhi Agra highway, you go 6 kilometers inside, and then we have these 7 temples, famous temples. Our ISKCON temple is there, Ramanriti. All this area is called as Vrindavan. And Delhi Agra highway, that part where it touches this road, that is called as Chatikara. Because originally when they came, they brought their bullock carts. It is called as Chatti, like some word is there. So that's a Chatikara. But otherwise Govardhan, Nandagaon, everything comes under Vrindavan forest only, very huge forest in that sense. Anyway, we went from Gaur Lila to Krishna Lila. Let's come back. Back home. That was also home only. We went home, straight home, Nandagaon, Vrindavan. Now again back home, back to here Jagannath Puri. This all is happening in Jagannath Puri. Okay, so Vallabh Bhatta was accustomed to worshipping the Lord as child Krishna. Therefore, he had been initiated into the Bal Gopal mantra and was thus worshipping the Lord. Bal Gopal. Bal Gopala mantre te ho karena seven. Next. Panditera sanetara mana phiri gela Kishora Gopala Upasanaya Manadila. In the association of Gadadhar Pandit, his mind was converted. Whose mind? Vallabh Bhatta's mind was converted in the association of Gadadhar Pandit. And he dedicated his mind to worshipping Kishore Gopal, Krishna as a young boy. So personally, our Vallabh Bhatta worship Kishore Gopal. But then the Sampradaya overall has Laddu Gopal worship. Now 150 to 152, 3 verses talk about Vallabh Bhatta's desire to get initiation from Gadadhar Pandit. Panditera thai chahe mantra di shikhite Pandita kahe yahi karma nahe ama haite. Vallabh Bhatta wanted to be initiated by Gadadhar Pandit, but Gadadhar Pandit refused, saying, the work of acting as a spiritual master is not possible for me. See, if somebody comes to you and asks, please accept me as your disciple. Yes, come. On the spot, Diksha. You are my disciple. Okay, now go around, tell the whole world that you are a disciple of His Holiness or His Grace, -- myself, like that. So, Gadadhar Pandit did not accept. The work of acting as a spiritual master is not possible for me. Nityam Prabhu, unless ordered for 20 years, from the age of 12 to 32, 20 years he travelled all over India. His Supreme Lord, Balram, Adi Guru, the Guru of all Gurus, Adi Guru, but did not preach, did not open his mouth anywhere, did not preach anyone. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has not ordered me. How can I preach? How can I accept disciples? No. So this kind of chastity, loyalty is required. Then we are blessed. Absolutely no attraction to Dhanam, Janam and Sundarim. Dhanam is gross, greed impels one to accumulate more and more wealth. Janam is Sundarim, that is also gross sex, beautiful women. But subtle sex is Janam, followers. Those who give up gross sex, for what they give up gross sex? For subtle sex. Puja, labh, pratishta, profit, adoration, distinction. So who offers you profit? Followers. Who adores you? Followers. Who make you appear distinct among them all? Your followers. Yes, ma'am. Ha huzur, khao khazur. My dear master, please eat dates, khajur. So like that. Yes, sir. What's the order, sir? Will be done, sir. So this kind of yes man we like to be surrounded by. And we as brahmacharis, we don't have access or we don't get into gross sex. But we'll want to have our followers. My 3 counselees. Each one is like a diamond. You may have 30 counselees. They are like iron actually, but maybe silver at best. But I have only 3, but each one is diamond. Or they are like moons. Your counselees are like stars. Ekaschandra tamo hanti nachatara sahasrashah. Quoting Chanakya Pandit, Prabhupada said many times. Better one moon than millions of stars. On Amavasya night, how many stars are there? So many. But one moon is missing. No moon day. So the sky and the earth also is more or less in darkness. Purnima day, there may be clouds in the sky and the stars may be invisible. But the moon is not covered by clouds and moon is illuminating the sky as well as earth also. So better one moon than millions of stars. Ekaschandra tamo hanti. Tama, the darkness, hanti is destroyed by one moon. Nachatara sahasrashah, not thousands of stars. So we may think, my 3 counselees are much better than others, 30 counselees or even 300 counselees. Reasons: number 1, my counselees every day go for book distribution. Number 2, they are doing deity worship also. Number 3, they get so much funds. Number 4, all my counselees are there in the organization of Rath Yatra management board. Like that, n number of reasons. Understand? To make you proud, to make you feel proud. Even a beggar is proud of his begging bowl. Now what is there in that? Nothing. He is a Rodpati. Close to Karodpati, but that ka missing makes him pauper, beggar. Isn't it? There is difference or not? Rodpati and Karodpati. Your house may be by the side of the road, your bungalow. But do you sleep on the road? Who sleeps on the road? The beggar. So he is Rodpati. You may be Nivaspati, you have your bungalow by the side of the road. But Rodpati kaun hai? The beggar. And your house, you have built it in crores of rupees. So you are Karodpati. Karodpati, Rodpati, both are very close. Physically also, location wise. In GPS, if you put that Karodpati's address, that bungalow, and this Rodpati, this beggar's address, because beggars also have mobiles nowadays. So he must have put it, uploaded there, his location. Which spot of the road, which exact location, where he begs every day. So in GPS you can get that. The beggar, Mr. Lakshmipati. His name is Lakshmipati. But before that comes the beggar. The beggar, Mr. Lakshmipati. So if you put it in GPS, so you will find it. Yeah, that particular spot on the road. He is Rodpati. What is the gulf of difference between the two? So we get a lot of kick, a lot of pleasure by having a lot of followers. So this is subtle sex. Brahmacharis are not free from this. They want many followers. You will not realize it now. After some years, when you are out from this PDC course, you have your departments, you become counselor or preacher or both, then you have so many counselees, each one like a diamond. Not ordinary diamond, Kohinoor diamond, that which is there in British Museum in London, isn't it? Kohinoor diamond is special or not? Yeah, very special. Because the greatest thieves of the world, British, they stole it from the greatest country in the world, India. So that is the greatest. So he wanted to take initiation, but Gadadhar Pandit says, the work of acting as a spiritual master is not possible for me. Ami paratantra amar Prabhu Gaura Chandra Tara Agya Bina Ami Nahai Swatantra. I am completely dependent. My Lord is Gaurchandra, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I cannot do anything independently without his order. Like that. So we should be submissive like this. Like small kids. Parents, children ask the mother. Isn't it? Mother's help they will take, or they will take permission. Mommy, I want to go. I want to purchase chocolate. Can I purchase? Okay, one purchase. Purchase one only. Okay? Yes, ma'am. And he'll purchase one only. Mommy, I purchase only one. Okay. Take now. Like that. For that matter, very small kids, Mommy, shoe. He wants to pass water and he doesn't know how to remove the pant. So mother comes and like that. Okay, start. So much submission. Nothing is taken inside, nothing is released outside without mother's permission and blessings. So smaller, younger the ones, more they are submissive. And as we growing into maturity, teens means what? More and more disobeying our parents and rebelling against them. क्या समझ के रखा है? मैं क्या दूध पीता बच्चा हूँ क्या? Am I, what do you call, milk drinking brahmachari? Milk drinking kid? Like that. So small babies, they drink mother's breast milk. So मैं क्या दूध पीता बच्चा हूँ क्या? Even after they leave breast milk, then also they are given milk through glass, etc. Children are given lot of milk so that they get what? Protein. Protein, no? Milk has what? Something, vitamin, protein, something is there in there. Carbon is not carbon, something is there. Calcium is there, calcium I think. That makes bones strong. So their bones are very weak, children's bones. So in order to make them strong, this milk is very good. So, but I am not a small kid, like that we feel. So he's saying, I am not independent. I am dependent on my Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tumi ye amara thai kara agamana tahate prabhu more dena olahana. My dear Vallabh Bhatta, your coming to me is not appreciated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, he sometimes speaks to chastise me. Because he is not following parampara properly, Vallabh Bhatta. He is proud of his commentary on Bhagavatam, which he felt was surpassing the original commentator, that is Sridhar Swami's commentary. Not original, the first commentator. Original commentator is Srila Vyasdev. Because he only wrote Vedanta Sutra and he only gave commentary in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. But the first commentator is Sridhar Swami. So 153 to 165, these 13 verses talk, or 166, maybe 14 verses, talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's testing Gadadhar Pandit. Yei mata bhattera kathe kadi na gela sheshe yadi prabhu tare suprasanna haila nimantranera dine pandit nimantranera dine pandite bolaila स्वरूप जगदानंद गोविंदे पाठाइला. Some days passed, and when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finally, pleased with Vallabh Bhatta, accepted his invitation, the Lord sent Swarup Damodar, Jagdanand Pandit and Govind to call for Gadadhar Pandit. Okay, call Gadadhar Pandit. Pathe Pandite re Swarup कहे न वचन परीक्षिते प्रभु तुम्हारे कैला उपेक्षण On the way, Swarup Damodar said to Gadadhar Pandit, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to test you, therefore he neglected you. Mahaprabhu chastised him and kind of neglected Gadadhar Pandit because of his association with Vallabh Bhatta. So that Swarup Damodar is making it clear to him. Tumi kene asitare nadila olahana भीत प्राय हय्या काहे कहिला सहन. Why did you not retaliate by reproaching him? Why did you fearfully tolerate his criticism? Whose criticism? Vallabh Bhatta's. Sorry, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, sorry. So that is that part is not there. This one. Why did you not retaliate by reproaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Why did you fearfully tolerate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's criticism? Swarup Damodar Goswami is asking this Gadadhar Pandit. Pandita kahe na Prabhu Swatantra Sarvagya Shiromani Swatantra Sarvagya Shiromani Tarasane Hatakari Bhala nahi mani. Gadadhar Pandit said, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is completely independent. He is the topmost omniscient personality. It would not look well for me to talk to him as if I were his equal. Very submissive. Rukmini Devi, like Rukmini Devi. If you see, both of them are friends only. Gadadhar Pandit is, I am not sure whether 2 months younger to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mostly not 2 years. Almost the same age. He is born in Brahmin family, Madhav Mishra's son. Very pure brahmachari from childhood. Always serving Krishna and Krishna's devotees. But he has no pride, absolutely no pride. It would not look well for me to talk to him, talk to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as if I were his equal. They are equal, but he is not having the mood of equal. Just like Arjuna and Krishna are equal. Bhim was more in age than Krishna. And what to speak of Yudhishthir Maharaj, who is even elder to Bhima. And Nakul and Sahadev were younger to Krishna. But Arjuna and Krishna are of the same age. But after realizing Krishna is the Supreme Lord, after getting confused in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna and said, Shishyasте ham shadi mam tvaram prapannam. I surrender to you completely. Accept you as my Guru. I am your disciple. Please enlighten me. So here, though Gadadhar Pandit is equal to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as far as age, Brahmanatva, etc. is concerned, but he felt no. It would not look well for me to talk to him as if I were his equal. Yai kahe sei sahi nija shire dhari apane karibe na krupa guna dosha vichari. I can tolerate whatever he says, bearing it upon my head. He will automatically be merciful to me after considering my faults and attributes. This kind of submission of Gadadhar Pandit to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we should have towards our Guru and seniors. He will automatically be merciful to me after considering my faults and attributes. Eta boli pandita Prabhura sthane aila Rodana kariya Prabhura Charane padila. After saying this, Gadadhar Pandit went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and fell down crying at the lotus feet of the Lord. Ishat hasiya Prabhu Kaila alingana Sabare shunaya Kahena madhura vachana. Smiling slightly, the Lord embraced him and spoke sweet words so that others would also hear. The formula is okay, that is earlier. Formula in the devotee circle is glorification in public and chastisement in private. So let's see whether that is here. Ami chalailu toma tumi na chalila krodhe ki chuna kahila Sakala Sahila. I wanted to agitate you, the Lord said, but you did not become agitated. Indeed, you could not say anything in anger. Instead, you tolerated everything. This is criticism or glorification? Glorification. This is in public or in private? This is in public. That earlier shloka said. Smiling slightly, the Lord embraced Gadadhar Pandit and spoke sweet words so that others would also hear. They are around. They can hear. So in public, Mahaprabhu has glorified him. I wanted to agitate you, but you did not become agitated. Indeed, you could not say anything in anger. Instead, you tolerated everything. Amar bhangite tomar manana chalila sudrudha sarala bhave hamare ki nila. Your mind was not disturbed by my tricks. Rather, you stayed fixed in your simplicity. In this way, you have purchased me. Glorification, isn't it? You stayed fixed in your simplicity. In this way, you have purchased me. That when Bhrigu Maharshi was given the service of finding out who is supreme, topmost among Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, he tested each one. Brahma, he just mentally committed offense by not giving the respect a father deserves from the son. But that agitated Brahma, which was visible in his eyes and eyebrows, etc. So Bhrigu understood not him. Then he went to Kailas to our Shivji was very happy. Oh, my dear brother Bhrigu, Hari Bol, welcome. And he went to embrace him. Hey, chi. All ashes all over your body. You're very dirty. Don't touch me. Shivji became angry. He took out his trident, Trishul, about to kill. Then Parvati fell at his feet. Oh, my dear husband, he is your brother. Please spare his life. Calm down. So Shivji cooled down. So again Bhrigu understood, not him. But then when he went to Vaikuntha, Lord Narayan was sleeping on Anant Shesh and Lakshmi Devi massaging his feet. He went right on Ananta Shesh and with his right leg he just kicked Lord Vishnu on his chest very heavily. And Lord opened his eyes. What happened? And then he looked, Bhrigu Maharshi has come. Then immediately he sat up and he caught hold of the lotus foot of Bhrigu Maharshi, that right foot, and said, oh my dear Bhrigu Maharshi, your lotus feet are very soft like lotus, whereas my chest is hard like stone or iron. You must have got hurt. Let me massage your feet. He started massaging also. Bhrigu Maharshi understood. None other than him could be the supreme. Not Brahma, not Shiva, but Lord Vishnu is supreme. So, confirmed. He got convinced. There Prabhupada writes, famous statement in Krishna book, the greatness of a person has to be estimated by his ability to tolerate provoking situation. Provoking situation. Now all of you are sitting on those chairs. The iron chairs, but nicely covered, what do you call it? With that, I don't know what to call it. Some kind of carpet, I don't know what to call it. Huh? Quilt. F-E-N-T. L-T. Felt. It's called felt, huh? Okay, okay. So that nicely covered with that felt. So you felt and you are feeling. Nice thing. Now imagine instead of that, some little pins are there, pins. Pointed outward, towards your back. From bottom as well as from back. How will you feel? Can you peacefully sit and hear? First question, who is the nonsense fellow who arranged this? Is it only for me? Okay, everybody else also has some. Misery loves company. Okay, that is good. But at least I should not have this kind of chair. I should have the chair the way Prabhu has. Prabhu has this kind of chair. Easy chair. Armchair they call, I think. Whatever. So that kind of chair I want, desire. So you will not be happy. You will be agitated. But greatness of a person has to be estimated by his ability to tolerate provoking situation. Giving class from this chair, whatever you call it, armchair, easy chair, is very easy. But giving class from bed of arrows, as was given by Bhishma Dev, is it easy? Impossible. Yeah, only class will give, what nonsense, remove the arrows, or at least apply some ointment, or God knows what to. What is the remedy? If arrows are all over your body, penetrated through and through, what is the remedy? What will you ask? निकालते समय भी पेन होगा ना? While removing, how to remove it? From back side or from front side? That one side the arrow head is touching the ground because arrows are shot from front, and arrow head is gone inside, and it has now inserted in the, or at least touching the ground, and feather part, what do you call? No, head is in front, arrow head. This is what is called feather, tail, whatever it is, arrow tail. So how to remove the arrow? Like this, from front side pull it, or from back side pull it. Either way it will be painful only, na? Isn't it? And otherwise also it is painful, but more painful will be to remove. So, but maybe apply some ointment there. So, to give class the way Bhishma gave class, almost impossibility. But he is Mahajan. Mahajano yena gataha sapanta. Follow in the footsteps of Mahajan. How many of you are ready to give class like that? We will only put 10 pins in your body and you have to give class. Just for 1 hour. He gave daily class. If you read Mahabharat, daily the discussion was going on. It's very huge. Bhishma Parva. And in that Bhishma is speaking. It is not just what we see in Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam presents the best. But elaborately, if you see, every day they were coming and he was giving. And before he started, he prayed to Krishna because there was pain in the body. So when pain is there, how can you give class? All the discussion would be on pain only. So he prayed, and Krishna just lovingly glanced at Bhishma, removed entire pain from his whole body. He was absolutely having no pain, and he could speak so amazingly, by which we have so much gain. It's a very special mercy. Your mind was not disturbed by my tricks, rather you stayed fixed in your simplicity. In this way you have purchased me. So this is greatness, to be undisturbed in provoking situation, not in normal or luxurious situation. That any Tom, Dick, Harry can also be comfortable. But when agitating situations or people are around, if that time you can be undisturbed, then you are really great soul. Panditera bhava mudra कहन न जाय गदाधर प्राणनाथ नाम हैलयाय. No one can describe the characteristics and ecstatic love of Gadadhar Pandit. Therefore, another name for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Gadadhar Prananath, the life and soul of Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Prananath. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has got lot of names. And there is, I think, Sarvam Bhattacharya has written 108 names of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 100 or 108? Anybody knows? Or Mahavira Prabhu knows. Anytime you meet Mahavira Prabhu, you can just ask him, Prabhu, can you tell some names of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He earlier used to memorize. Now he must be remembering something at least. 10, 15, 20 he will tell you, I think, just like that. 100 names or 108 names are there. So one name is Gadadhar Prananath. He delivered Vasudev, the leper, where? At Kurmakshetra, during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's South Indian tour in 1510, just before Chaturmas period, just Vaishak month kind of. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered Vasudev, leper. So Mahaprabhu got one name. What is the name? As far as I remember, Vasudevamruta Prada. One who offered Amrut, nectar, to Vasudeva. Vasudevamruta Prada. Like that. So many names Mahaprabhu got like that. Pandite Prabhura Prasad, Kahana na jaye, Gadaira Gauranga Boli, Yare Loke Gaye. No one can say how merciful the Lord is to Gadadhar Pandit, but people know the Lord as Gadaira Gauranga, the Lord Gauranga of Gadadhar Pandit. Very intimate relationship. Radha Krishna in the form of Gadadhar Gauranga. That's why in all the Gaudiya Mats, 64 numbers almost, in all over India, that Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur established, everywhere Radha Krishna and next to them Gaur Gadadhar. Everywhere. No Gaur Nitai. Gaur Gadadhar. Radha Krishna same as Gaur Gadadhar. Chaitanya Prabhupada's speciality. Prabhupada did not install anywhere Gaur Gadadhar. Not even one place. Everywhere Gaur Nitai. That's it. Dina hina jata chilo Hari name uddharilo Tara sakshi jagai madhai Vrajendra nandana jai Shachi sutta hoilo sei Balarama hoilo nitai. So for this reason, that Gaur Nitai delivered the most fallen souls, even to the extent of Jagai and Madai, by giving them holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Waking up call for all the devotees who are absorbed in trance, like that. So this is, and Gadadhar, this Jagai Madai were very much sleepy. They were sleeping only from birth. As such, earlier they were somewhat okay. They were Jagannath and Madhav, I think. That afterwards, original names. Jagannath and Madhav, I think. In Prem Vilas, Srila Nityananda Das tells. And they were the only sons of their fathers. Fathers were brothers. They were very beautiful. Their fathers were very beautiful. And they got these nice sons. Jagannath and Madhav, if I am not wrong. But unfortunately, they became spoiled children. They became worst of the men in Navadvip. But Gaur Nitai delivered them. No one can say how merciful the Lord to Gadadhar Pandit. No one can say how merciful the Lord is to Gadadhar Pandit, but people know the Lord as Gadaira Gauranga, the Lord Gauranga of Gadadhar Pandit. Chaitanya Prabhura Lila के भूजिते पारे एक लीलाए वहे गंगार शत शत धारे. No one can understand the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are like the Ganges, for hundreds and thousands of branches flow from even one of his activities. Pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are like Ganges, Ganga Dhara, or what you call Ganga Pravaha. Here the word is Eka Lilae Vahe Gangara Shata Shata Dhare. Dhar word is used, Dhara, Ganga Dhara. No one can understand the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They are like Ganga Dhara, like the Ganges, for hundreds and thousands of branches flow from even one of his activities. Ganga is divided into so many branches. One branch also flows like in the form of Padmavati. Where? In East Bengal. That is Ganga only. And that's where Padma river, Padma, not Padmavati, Padma. And that Padma only, what happened? Just on the bank of Padma, there are several villages. One of the towns is Kheturi. And that's where Srila Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya was born, to Krishnanandatta. Panditera Saujanya Brahmanyata Guna Drudha Prema Mudra Loke Karila Khyapana. Gadadhar Pandit is celebrated all over the world for his gentle behavior, his Brahminical attributes, and his steady love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gentle behavior, that is Saujanya. Then Brahminical attributes, Brahmanyata Guna, and steady love, Drudha Prema Mudra, for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What Saujanya is? Gentle behavior, Saujanya. Then Brahmanyata Gun, that means Brahminical attributes, and Drudha Prema Mudra, steady love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 3 qualities of Gadadhar Pandit. Abhimana Panka Dhuya, Bhatte Re Shodhila, Saidwara Arasab, Loke Shikhaila. The Lord purified Vallabh Bhatta by cleansing him of the mud of false pride. By such activities, the Lord also instructed others. The pride is like kichad, like mud. Have you taken mud and smeared all over your body? We have done it. Where? In Ganga, or in Yamuna you can do. Brahmanda Ghat. If you bathe there, there is a lot of mud below, isn't it? The bottom of the river is mud only. So you take it and smear it all over your body, and then with water you wash it off. But Abhiman is very dirty mud. Ordinary mud, will you bathe? No? Now it will start raining. Will you go out and take the mud and apply? Though it is very purifying also. But otherwise it is considered a contamination. We take bath with clean water, so that we cleanse our bodies with of the dirt that comes out in the form of sweat, etc. But here the Lord purified Vallabh Bhatta by cleansing him of the mud of false pride. By such activities, the Lord also instructed others. Saidwara Arasaba Loke Shikhaila. Antare Anugraha Bhaiye Upekshara Praya Bhaihyartha Yailaya Seinashayaya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually always merciful within his heart, but he was sometimes externally negligent of his devotees. We should not be preoccupied with his external feature, however, for if we do so, we shall be vanquished. Just for his devotees' correction or whatever reason, externally, sometimes he was negligent of his devotees, but actually internally is always merciful within his heart. So don't focus on external thing. Nigudha Chaitanya Lila Bujite Kara Shakti Sei Bujhe Gaurachandra Sei Bujhe Gaurachandre Yara Druda Bhakti. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are very deep. Who can understand them? Only one who has formed deep devotion to his lotus feet can understand this pastime. All of us need deep, firm, devotion to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Then we can understand. Gaurangera madhur lila jare karne praveshila Rudhaya nirmala bhelota. Some line is there. Nityan Prabhu, at least it is there, you know. Abhimane mat ahankare matta hoya nitai pada pasariya drudakaro dhara nitaira pai. Very firmly hold on to the lotus feet of Nityan Prabhu. Don't be proud. Ahankare matta hiya nitai pada pasariya. You will forget the lotus feet of Nityan Prabhu if you become proud. Never be proud, and very strongly hold on to the lotus feet of Nityan Prabhu's lotus feet. Like that for Gaurang Mahaprabhu also, I think in the song there is some mention. Only one who has formed deep devotion to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can understand the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Dinantare Pandita Kaila Prabhura Nimantrana Prabhutaha Bhiksha Kaila Laya Nijagana. Another day, Gadadhar Pandit invited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to dinner. The Lord took prasadam at his home with his personal associates. Purport. The Lord neglected Gadadhar Pandit for a few days because of his associating with Vallabh Bhatta. Actually, he was not at all displeased with Gadadhar Pandit. Indeed, because Gadadhar Pandit is the personal potency of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is no chance of the Lord's being dissatisfied with him. However, a person who is too much attracted to externals cannot understand the deep meaning of these dealings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If one therefore becomes disrespectful to Gadadhar Pandit, he will surely be vanquished. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a particular way of dealing with him, intimacy. He is energy of the Lord. Like all of us have our energy. So do we become, what is the word? Dissatisfied with our energy? Our vision is our one energy. Our hearing capacity, isn't it? Our strength, we are able to lift some heavy objects. So we are, if not proud, we are happy, satisfied. Are we dissatisfied with our energies? No. So Gadadhar Pandit is energy of the Lord. How can Lord be dissatisfied with him? No. That's why if one therefore becomes disrespectful to Gadadhar Pandit, he will surely be vanquished. Don't go by externals. Tahai Vallabha Bhatta Prabhura Agya Laila Pandit Thai Purva Prarthita Sabha Siddhi Haila. There Vallabha Bhatta took permission from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his desire to be initiated by Gadadhar Pandit was thus fulfilled. When he asked Gadadhar Pandit, he said, "No, I am not independent. You have to ask my master." And now Vallabha Bhatta asked Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu said, "Okay, take initiation from Gadadhar Pandit," and then he got initiated. Eita kahilu Vallabha Bhattera milana Yahara Shravane Paya Gaura Prema Dhana. I have thus explained the Lord's meeting with Vallabha Bhatta. By hearing of this incident, one can achieve the treasure of love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai Gaur Prem Dhan ki. So you all achieved. Me too. Though doubtful, in between you might have been missing some classes. Maybe not. You attended all classes. Last verse. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Padeyara Asha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purport to Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila 7th chapter, describing the meeting of Vallabha Bhatta with Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Any question? Yes. Acha. Several places in Chaitanya Bhagavat you will find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at least few places, addressing Haridas Thakur. Oh, it's natural for you to be so compassionate because you are Prahlad. That Prahlad is also there with Vasudeva Datta. There Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I don't know whether Prahlad was in him, but there his mood is of that of Prahlad. But Prahlad is there with Haridas Thakur in his body. This lodging concept you must have heard, na? Just like Ramanand Rai. Who is he? Vishakha Sakhi. And also Arjun. How many of you heard this? That Ramanand Rai is Vishakha Sakhi as well as Arjun. So this is too much. Vishakha Sakhi is lady and Arjun is a male member. Right? Male female mix होके और एक दूसरा male बन गया. ये क्या है? Confusing. But this is called a lodging. And that is there with several associates of Mahaprabhu. 2 in 1. That is what 2 in 1 original. और 3 in 1. 3 in 1 भी है. 4 in 1 मुझे नहीं पता. I don't know. Maybe there is somebody who's 4 in 1 also. But at least 3 in 1 is 2 in 1. 1 in 1. Any other? So any question on that? You just came to know first time. That's what I told. Na? Even for that matter, Nanda Baba also. Who is Nanda Baba? He is eternal associate of the Lord, eternal father of the Lord. Nanda and Yashoda, they have come. But they are also Dhara and Purushni. No, sorry, Dhara and, what is the name? Vasu and Dhara, I think. Something name is there. So there is a counterpart in heaven also. From heaven also they come. So like that 2-3 combinations are there. So in one sense it is a little complicated. But in simple terms, yeah.
So then, like how a soul has its own individuality, like in terms of his.
They have been, as I said, given benediction or cursed in a particular way. So they need to be in that body. Just like ghost, he's cursed to be without gross body. So he has to enter in somebody else's body. This is very negative example. This is not fitting example, but I'm just giving you understanding. So the ghost enters in somebody's body to satisfy his desires. So like something like that, if somebody is cursed, like Ruchik Muni's son was told by Ruchik Muni, my dear son, please offer this bhoga to the Lord. So he had put, it seems, dry tulsi leaf, and some wind blew, and it flew off, fell on the ground, and he just put it just like that, without washing, etc. So when Ruchik Muni afterwards found out, after offering, that his son did not wash it, etc., then he said, what a Shudra kind of person are you? So you be born as a Shudra. So then he is also lodged in the body of Haridas Thakur. Now there may be many more details. Why exactly in Haridas Thakur body only? Are there no other Shudras? Some other details might be there, which I don't know. But then he is lodged in the body of Haridas Thakur. Is that okay? Son's name mostly was not mentioned where I read. It only mentions Ruchik Muni's son. It may be there some other Puranas somewhere. The story must be there. Because nothing is vague or nothing is just like that. It has been mentioned. Just like I was telling, I think in Bhagavatam class, that Urvashi was for 100 lifetimes was a bitch, she-dog. So this is there in Skanda Puran, in Vaishak Mahatmya. Skanda Puran is very big, 81,000 verses, biggest. Means next to Mahabharata. Mahabharata has 110,000. But as far as Puranas go, nobody has, no Purana has 80,000 plus. This is 81,000 verses. Padma Puran has 55,000, but still less to 81,000. So there are many Mahatmas are there. Purushottam Mahatmya, all entire story of Indradumna Maharaj and all that is there. Then there is Balaji story. That name is Venkatachal Mahatmya, I think. Like that, Vaishak Mahatmya is also there. I think Kartik Mahatmya is also there. Many Mahatmas are there. Glories of Kartik, glories of Vaishak, glories of Purushottam, Dham, etc. So in Vaishak Mahatmya this story comes. So like that there are so many stories. So many. In Haridas Thakur, yeah. And that Brahma is also not the original Brahma. Mahatapa Brahma. Which Mahatapa? One who performed austerities, because he felt bad. I tested the Supreme Lord, thinking that how can such a small kid, small boy, how can he kill Aghasur, whom even demigods were fearful of? I don't think he is Supreme Lord. What these demigods are saying, let me test, let's see. This is not a good attitude, a wrong attitude. That's why he came to Vrindavan to steal the cows and cowherd boys. Did he see Vrindavan? Because he came to test whether Krishna is Supreme Lord or not. He doubted Krishna. He could not see Vrindavan. Afterwards, when that Brahma Vimol Lila happened, and he was wondering, Arey, there in the cave also all the boys are there and cows are there. And here also they are there also, here also. Sir chakra gaye unki, char ke char sir. Then he understood he cannot be ordinary boy, he must be Supreme Lord. So when he understood, acknowledged, then he saw Vrindavan. What a beautiful place where their deer and tiger don't have enmity. Then he realized Vrindavan. Otherwise, one cannot. So what was the question? So Mahatapa Brahma, then Prahlad Maharaj and Ruchik Muni's son. 3. Yeah. No, somewhere else more elaboration may be there, which I don't know. Krishna Prem Dhan. Gaur Prem Dhan, sorry, I was also wondering, Krishna Prem Dhan nahi, Gaur Prem Dhan. With faith and Nityam. Daily, he is there, no? Shrunvata Swakatha Krishna, no, sorry, not that one. Shrunvata Shraddhaya Nityam, Grunatascha Swacheshtitam, Kalena na ati dirgena, Bhagavan Vishate Rudhi. Kalena, in time. How much? Na ati dirghena, not after a long time. Very quickly. Kalena na ati dirghena, Bhagavan, Supreme Lord, Vishate, enters Rudhi in your heart. When? Shrunvataha Shraddhaya Nityam. As far as quality goes, you should hear with faith. And as far as quantity goes, Nityam. Ideally 24 hours. Prabhupada very mercifully said, by regular attendance in Srimad Bhagavatam class. Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya. So that means morning 1 hour Bhagavatam class, that's done. Nityam Bhagavata is over. Ideally it is 24 hours, but theek hai chalo. Elsewhere in Tokyo, Bhagavatam class, Prabhupada said also, you should read my books 24 hours a day. I do that twice. So, but anyway, Shrunata Sadhya Nityam Grunatasya Swacheshtitam, with one's own endeavor also. One should come to classes like this. One should not try to attend online. Only if you are very far off, then it is something. So some chesta, swacheshtitam, one's own endeavor also should be there. So those things. Yes, any other question? Satisfied? Online, I don't know whether you can check. But they are happy hearers. They may not have question, but check once. No question. Okay, then we end here. Thank you all very much. ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की, श्री गदाधर पंडित की, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, श्री वल्लभ भट्ट की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी. What is your question? Others can proceed. Prema Kalaha. So what is the question? I gave already example. Which examples I gave? Advaita Acharya and Nityam Prabhu. Krishna Mama and Satyabhama. Which pastime? Prem Kalaha. Jagdanand Pandit, I know that he fed Mahaprabhu. He made what do you call that? Oil made up of some special oil he made himself, worked hard, and he sent it with Shivanand Sen. And when Mahaprabhu got it, then Jagdanand Pandit was eager to know whether Mahaprabhu is applying to his body and body becoming fragrant or not. So when Shivanand said to Mahaprabhu, Jagdanand Pandit, Mahaprabhu said, what? I have taken sannyas for applying fragrant oil or what? What will people think? No question. Better this oil be put in the lamp of Jagannath and it will be nice service for Jagannath, not to my body. Mahaprabhu did not accept. So then when Shivanand Sen came to know, he became very angry. He came there. It was kept in a earthen pot. He took the pot and threw it on the ground. It broke and all the oil mixed in the soil. So it is useless now. It did not go to Jagannath's lamp. It was not applied on Mahaprabhu's body. So it was just wasted. And then Jagdanand went walking, stamping his feet. He went to his house. He closed the door, thick door. Now also that door is there. And he slept on the bed. He was very angry. What nonsense. I worked hard and I offered with love. Yome bhaktya prayachati tadam bhaktya puratam ashnami. I accept it, I eat it. So here it was not accepted, all my love and devotion. So he was angry. So Mahaprabhu is now wondering. And 3 days passed. He did not open the door, he did not come out, he did not eat anything. So Mahaprabhu felt for him. Then he came, he knocked the door. Jagdanand! Open the door, Jagdanand! So he is not opening, he is very angry. Okay, Jagdanand, I am very hungry. I am going for taking bath in the ocean. I will come back after some time. And I wish to take prasadam cooked by you. And Mahaprabhu left. Immediately Jagdanand got up, he opened the door, he took bath, wore fresh clothes, cooked wonderful bhoga, offered to Krishna, and by the time Mahaprabhu came back, he was ready. And he forced Mahaprabhu to eat each item in large quantity. And Mahaprabhu had to eat because he knew already 3 days he has fasted and he has not eaten anything because of the earlier denial of the oil. Now if I deny this prasad, he will be God knows how many days, 30 days or 6 days, double, triple. So Mahaprabhu, out of fear of Jagdanand, he had to eat. So this is Prem Kalaha. I gave example directly from Gaur Lila. From Krishna Lila, Satyabhama, that Parijat is another nice example. When Narad Muni went to heavenly planets, brought one Parijat flower or something, gave it to Krishna. Krishna has 16,108 wives, but the chief one, Rukmini, he gifted to her. When Satyabhama came to know, so what is this? I also want Parijat flower. Then there was only one, that is already given to Rukmini. Krishna said, don't worry, Satyabhama, it is in the waiting list, but I will give you the entire tree only. Forget this one flower, I will give you the entire tree. So she said, okay. It's a post-dated check, but pending. But confirmation is there. Lord has promised. That's why when he wanted to kill, Krishna wanted to kill Narkasur, who had kidnapped 16,100 beautiful girls from all over the universe, Krishna could have just gone alone, because he has to fight Narkasur with Narkasur and all his soldiers, Mura, etc. And that is very ghastly affair. Why did he carry Satyabhama? For this reason. Because as soon as he went and he killed Narkasur, he took all the things that Narkasur had stolen from Varuna, Indra, Mother Aditi, the demigod's mother, and all these items. He carried all of them on Garudji with Satyabhama to Swargalok, and he gave. And Indra and other demigods said, thank you, Lord, thank you very much. Like that. And then Krishna remembered his promise. And he told Satyabhama, I had already promised you, I'll give you the entire tree. So here there are trees. Choose. There are so many beautiful Parijat trees there. In the middle there was very special one. This is in Garga Samhita. So very attractive. It was like, it was standing out in the crowd like that. So Satyabhama said, this one is good. Like that. And then when Krishna was about to take it, then the guards came, hey, you cannot take this. This is Indra's, Sachi's special, famous, species favorite. You cannot take. Krishna said, no, but Indra has given permission. So then the guards came to Indra saying that this is the game. And Indra was okay. He knew Krishna's strength. Earlier also in childhood, Krishna lifted Govardhan. Now also he has killed Narkasura. But Sachi triggered him. What is this? That is my favorite tree. How can you allow that tree? And you should wage a war. And Indra came. He forgot. Maya Devi is very powerful even in Swarga also. Just some time back he had said thank you, thank you. Everybody had said thank you. Now all the demigods against Krishna, they attacked Krishna. Krishna effortlessly not destroyed them, but defeated them. And Hare Krishna. Whichever tree you want, you take it. Krishna said, anyway, whether you permit or not, I am anyway going to take this. Because I have promised. And this is what Satyabhama liked. So I am going to take. And he uprooted that and brought it. As he brought it from heaven to earth, many heavenly birds, because maddened by the fragrance of Parijat flowers, they also migrated from heaven to earth. See this. Generally we migration, what we hear? From one city to another city, birds migrate. Sometimes one country to another country. Sometimes one island to another island. But sometimes some birds from North Pole to South Pole, in 1 year they migrate. But have you ever heard from heaven birds migrating to earth? No question. But this happened that time. Satyabhama was very happy. This is prem color, loving coral. Okay? You don't have to worry, you don't have any wife. Sometimes with manager it may happen, but God knows whether we can call it as prem kalaha or vyavasthapan kalaha. Management quarrel. Isn't it? Okay? Hare Krishna.